Okay. What is this? Who am I? I'm sure you're asking these questions. I've tried recording this a couple times now, but it's been very disjointed because I have like three sentences where I'm like, okay, these are what I'm going to work off of for this video, and I end up spending a lot of time on the first one, and then I feel like I have to jump really fast into the second one, and then I don't have enough time. So, what is this? Basically, who am I? I'm a guy with 86 subscribers on YouTube, and I felt like doing speed draws for right now. This might be a consistent thing. I like the way my art looks to some extent. I think it's getting to a place where it actually has some level of depth and value to it. I think beforehand it was very flat, very like, I would even say it was kind of low effort because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing and I was just kind of making things to make things. Now it's still not great. I think my art is at a place where it's like you could probably see it on Cartoon Network to some extent. Anyway, why am I doing a speed draw? So if you've been watching my content, I've been wanting to make a card game. I've still been talking about it. I've been posting about it. I had 2 videos that were like uploaded like 6 months apart from each other talking about this card game that I'm wanting to make. I've been working on it slowly but surely throughout that time, and I would say it's at a place where all it needs to be done is shift some numbers around and draw it. Like the flavor of the cards, the names of the cards, that's all like done. It's just I need to figure out the art. I need to figure out balancing things. But besides that, the game is done. It just needs to be tested. And I thought, hey, I need to draw like 300 cards. Why don't I do speed draws of all of them? I can talk about whatever I want. It'll be pretty fun just doing that. And so today I want to talk about hobbies. I want to talk about my experience with hobbies, some of the hobbies I have, which most of them are on this channel to some extent. And I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be neat. I thought it would be interesting. It's cool getting into the minds of other people, especially when they're talking about these things. I love talking about these things. And I mean, that's not going to be the only thing I ever talk about with these videos. It's just the first one I thought of where it's like, I like hobbies. Let's talk about hobbies. But yeah, when it comes to hobbies, I think one thing is, what is a hobby? And also, this video is not going to be one of those videos where I feel like I've seen like so many on YouTube now where it's like, in defense of adult hobbies, blah blah blah. We're like, it's actually good to have hobbies. If you don't have hobbies, you're freaking lame and your life probably sucks. Lots of videos like that where they're like defending like why you should have hobbies and stuff. I'm not going to do that. I feel like if you don't know why people should have hobbies, you just go watch one of those. But I assume you would already know. Pretty obvious. Having something you can pour into that you care about I think is very important for a person. And thing is, I don't like, that doesn't have to be a hobby that you're pouring into. A lot of people like pour into their work and like they love their jobs and that's what they want to do. They just want to dedicate themselves to their work. They feel fulfilled by it, all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, I mean, why not? It doesn't have to. That's when it comes into like, so a hobby is defined as being something that has no value to anyone but yourself, I think is what it has been described as. Which, yeah, fair. I think that makes sense. But for me, it's very much a thing where I'm just doing the things that I like to do. I think forcing yourself to have a hobby because you're like, man, I'm freaking bored. I just scroll on Instagram all day. I just watch YouTube videos and TV. I need to do something. Like, yeah, you should probably go find something to do. But it should also be something you like. Like, don't pick up drawing because you're like, that's like one of the first like things you think of with a hobby. Like, it could be like just playing a sport. Or it could be, I don't know. I was going to say collecting things, but like, I don't consider collecting things to be a hobby. I do it. I do collect things. I collect trading cards. Like, I'm a big trading card guy. That's why I'm making my own game. And they're cool. But there's nothing being poured into when it comes to collecting things besides, like, I mean, the place you might showcase them. I think that's probably the most creative part of it. But beyond that, it's like, I think everyone should have some outlet of creativity for themselves. And again, like I said, playing a sport, because playing a sport can be creative. Learning like parts of a sport and like getting good at certain parts and like getting to a point where you can kind of do your own spin on things, or like you format your own like moves and stuff, like that's real. And I'm a big fat nerd, but I'm not the type of nerd to be like, sports aren't freaking epic, you know, like I'm above that nonsense. No, I'm like, they're fun. Like, I love basketball. I don't play it very often, and I'm definitely not in the shape to last more than like one game if I actually go out and try to play it. And I'm also not the best at it, but I still like it. And it's like, when it comes to physicality, like, also like bodybuilding, like I love bodybuilding. I've done it. I've like gotten super into it a handful of times. My physique's definitely not in a place where it's like, oh, I could go to a show, but it's definitely been to a point where it was there for like maybe a week, because to get to that point you kind of have to kill yourself. But yeah, and it's like, let me list off some more hobbies, like trading card games, sports, weightlifting, this drawing, writing. I do like writing. I've never gotten very far. Like, the most I've ever written is like one chapter of a story, because it's freaking, if it's like when you put like in your head, it's like, I want to write a novel, and then you're like, okay, this book needs to be 20, or this chapter needs to be 20 pages, and then you start writing, you're like, I only have enough content for this chapter to make 7 pages, and then I get stuck in that loop of like, well, guess I'm done with this story because I have to wait until I can think of more information to force into this chapter. And it's like, I really shouldn't be doing that. I should just write to write, and then when the story's done, I'll see how long it is, and then I can cut it up. I know that's how you should write. I just haven't done that. I definitely want to. I think it would be a ton of fun. I have ideas for books. I've also done comics before. I got a little webtoon. It's not very good. It's literally just the plot of my first video game that I made. Like, it gets to like the midway point, and then I stopped making it because I was like, why don't I just make this a video game? It's very video gamey. It's very like, go to this place, do this thing, go to this place, do this thing. Like, this is just a video game. Why don't I just make a video game instead? And that's what I did. And that's currently been like my biggest like passion, I'd say, is like programming and stuff and game dev, all of that thing. Because that's like something where I'm actually like, okay, I actually think I want this to be a career. I think I said, I don't remember if I said it in this take or a different take, but it's like animation. The actual animation industry looks so freaking soul crushing, and it seems like it will be so hard to actually do something you want to do. And when I think about it like that, it proves to me I probably shouldn't do that if that's what my fear is. But when I think of programming, it's like, what's the worst thing that'll happen? I'm gonna have to like program a freaking like washing machine. It's like, oh, well, that's kind of sucks, but it's like a puzzle, and I love doing that stuff, and I've been super invested in learning to code and program, and I'm like even going back to school for it. So I think programming is great. I think that's something that can expand beyond being a hobby. I could see myself waking up and doing that every day, even if it's for something I don't necessarily care about. I don't know if any of this rant was like meaningful in any way, or if it just sounded like me blabbering. I think it's okay if it just sounded like me blabbering. It's my first time doing this. I'm really doing this to also like get better at talking and to be able to be focused on a topic, which, I mean, I ranted about hobbies for like a good bit of time. I think I was like able to stay on focus for a little bit. But beyond that, what does the future of these videos look like? I'm just going to keep making these for the card game, the art. If people have questions, if my talking has been too much, then I can just like ask me like something in the comments, like, can you expand on what you were saying here? And then I can dedicate like a video just to that. Because I'm starting to realize that what I'm talking about probably could have lasted like 3 videos. But anyway, I'm doing these. Like I said, I made a video game. I might put the link to the video game in the description. And my plan right now is I want to do like little devlog videos for that game. That's probably what the next video I'm going to post on this channel is going to be. But for the time being, I'm just going to do speed draws. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. It's honestly, these are probably going to come off like therapy for a while because I'm just going to be talking about stuff that I might not get to talk about with people very often. But yeah, here's the finished drawing of this monstrosity I made, and I'll see y'all in the next video.